everybody! Happy International Women's Day. I had a little problem with my internet connection there. So can you believe it? It is our 1-year anniversary since we announced Blossom and Flourish as a nonprofit for the first time. So today I just wanted to say hello to everybody, check in, talk about what we've been up to over these last 2 years, and also start a conversation about women who inspire and women that we look up to. International Women's Day is all about celebrating women who make an impact locally, regionally, nationwide, globally, and social areas, political arenas, business, and all of these different fields that we can celebrate women. So over this last year, Blossom and Flourish, what have we been up to? So we served about 100 students last year, which was super exciting, through our Blossom and our Flourish workshops, our Fool program, some keynote talks that we were able to provide. And what's really exciting is we had a couple firsts last year as well. So one of those firsts was that we got to do some training with adults. So starting to get some more adults who work with youth who are interested in how they can better be equipped to empower and inspire young women. We also, for the first time ever, licensed our curriculum. So now our clients have the option of purchasing a leader's guide and our materials so that they can facilitate some of this training with their students in-house. And we got to do that with the YWCA and in partnership with their STEM training that they do regionally here around Pittsburgh. And with that, I think we reached over 300 students that they partner with who got to learn about beauty and body image, what it means to be a leader, how to handle conflict, and some of those interpersonal skills to complement what the Y is teaching them around the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So that was super exciting, and we're looking forward to more partners taking advantage of that opportunity. Let's see, what else? Oh, we had an awesome intern over the summer last year who helped us create some videos for the Blossom and Flourish website. Particularly, we were able to make a video that was more of my story and what led to me starting Blossom and Flourish. We made a video about why Blossom and Flourish. Why does the work that we do matter? And we shared some of those heartbreaking statistics about the lack of women in leadership positions and the number of young women who struggle with confidence and healthy choices. And so we highlighted some of that, and we highlighted some great research that was done with professional women ages 18 through 65 who are in the workforce. This one organization surveyed about, I think, 3,000 of them, and they asked them, did you feel equipped to be a leader? What do you feel like is holding you back in your career? And what's it going to take for you to get to the next level? And they found, guess what? The number one thing that women wished they would have had growing up was confidence building and leadership training programs. So I was like, fantastic, that's what we do. So couldn't have asked for better research than that. And then the last video we created, which was also my personal favorite, was our testimonial video. So I got to track down former Blossom and Flourish participants from over the past 5 years, some who had gone through the program basically 5 years ago in the very beginning, and some who had just completed it a year before. And we got to reconnect and ask them, what difference, any difference, did Blossom Flourish have in your life? Do you feel more confident? How has it prepared you to be a leader and take on leadership positions? So that was really a highlight of my summer, to reconnect with students who are now anywhere from in college to just later in their careers, middle schoolers who are in high school now, and just hear them talk about what really stuck with them from their Blossom and Flourish experience. So if you haven't seen those videos yet, please, please, please check out our website. Take a quick view of those. They're all over our website, and on our social media pages here you could probably find them in some previous posts. But yeah, so great shout out to our intern Olivia, who helped us with all of those and just had a great summer creating all those resources. So let's see, we also got to do some great work analyzing all of the results, our pre and post survey data from all the students who had gone through the Blossom and Flourish program, and that was super exciting because we finally have real statistics to show people it is working. Not just about, you know, not just in our, I'm sorry, I had my low battery pop up on my screen and totally threw me off. So now we have some real quantitative results and no longer just stories, although stories are so powerful. I'm also excited to have some real data. Things like girls who go through the full Blossom and Flourish program are over 30% more confident. They're 31% less likely to engage in negative thoughts and negative self-talk, which is so important because so much of our confidence starts with our thought life and the way we talk about ourselves. In Flourish and Blossom, we talk about what you think impacts what you feel, which impacts what you do. So rewiring that script in our mind, instead of focusing on the negative, to really focusing on what we like about ourselves and our strengths and what we have to offer. So that's very exciting. So overall, our first year, it was a great year. I think we made a lot of progress, but we still have a long way to go. Last year, we had about 4 nonprofit partners that we had to delay services with because of lack of funding. They included a group home, a couple special and enhanced educational schools, as well as a local nonprofit here in the Pittsburgh area that works with homeless youth. So we have a lot of interest for our programs, and our partners see the value in it, but to continue to keep growing and reaching more and more people, more and more young women than ever before, we need support. So please consider keeping us in mind on International Women's Day, and also this is Women's History Month. So if that's something you're passionate about, please consider making a gift to Blossom and Flourish or connecting us with the young women in your life. So that's the first thing I wanted to share with you all, just an update about where we've been this last year. The second thing I want to talk about, I've seen on social media in honor of International Women's Day, a lot of people asking, who is a woman who inspires you? And I think that's a great question and something we should definitely reflect on. And I also just wanted to tell you, if you haven't seen it, we are we are offering the Blossom and Flourish. So the Impact Award recognizes women who can be role models for the young women that we serve, who make an impact, whether in their career, in their families, in their communities. We're announcing them quarterly. We've had 2 winners so far, and Sheila Tallarico and Aaron Baker. We interview our winners, put those interviews on our website, so again, they can really inspire the young women that we serve. So if you know a woman who's making an impact, somebody who inspires you, please go to our website, go to our www.blossomandflourish.org, and you'll see a tab for the Blossom and Flourish Impact Award, and you can make a nomination. We're going to be announcing our next winner in April, so send us those nominations. I think it's a great way to continue the momentum and the conversations that are starting around International Women's Day and Women's History Month. So with that in mind, I want to talk about especially a woman who inspires us at Blossom and Flourish right now, and that is our board vice president, Kathy Coder, who actually just announced her candidacy for the Lieutenant Governor of Pennsylvania. So the reason this is so inspiring is, you know what, I'm not here to talk about politics or to get into a political debate with you over which party or which side, but just having women who with the courage to step up and run for office, I think is something that we can celebrate from all different spheres. And, you know, I admire Kathy for taking the risk to step out there and do that. You know, especially here in Pennsylvania, where I don't know if you know this, but we are consistently ranked around 40th in the whole country for women's representation in government. So there's not a lot of women here working in Pennsylvania governance. And so we're really excited that Kathy has felt called to do this and is stepping out to pursue it. You know, Brene Brown, wonderful author, speaker, one of her books, Daring Greatly, great resource if you haven't read it yet. But she talks about having the courage to get in the arena, she calls it, you know, to step out and face challenges and really be vulnerable, because anytime you step into the arena, you do something, you create something, you try something, you're opening yourself up to criticism. The critics come running, right? And that just, it takes so much courage and vulnerability. So we're just real excited for Kathy as she branches out and pursues this opportunity. Because the other thing I love about it is that it illustrates how as leaders aren't people who just sit back and wait for change and wait for things to happen. You know, there's a lot of people out there who are good at pointing out problems, but it's a lot harder to be part of the solution because, again, it involves putting yourself out there and being authentic and vulnerable and open to critique and criticism. But leaders are those who seize opportunities. And so just, again, thankful for Kathy, thankful for all the women like her out there that are stepping out, whether it's to run for office or they're stepping out in their communities to serve, serving with their families, going after promotions and opportunities in the business world, and just speaking out and owning their voice, because that's really what it's all about. You know, at Blossom and Flourish, we want to create, develop a generation of young, empowered female leaders who are going to make a difference in their world. So I love highlighting women who are working toward making a difference in their worlds. So girls out there, young women, if you're listening, just know and be inspired that you have a voice, you have strengths, and you have talents, and you have influence. You have all that it takes to be a leader. And I just want to encourage you to continue to step into that leadership and into those opportunities because really our future depends on it. We depend on you. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. I'd love to hear more about women who inspire you and what you're doing to celebrate International Women's Day and Women's History Month. And I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of the day. And I look forward to checking in with you again soon. Thanks. Bye.